Hey, my name is Eric, and in today's video, we're comparing the Canon T7 versus the Canon T7i. And now what you're probably wondering is if it's worth the additional investment to go with the T7i, especially if you're going with the kit, so you have your lens and everything you're gonna need. And what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm actually gonna compare just the specifications on how these two cameras are different from one another and what those differences mean. And then on top of that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a lot of text on screen for extra context. So I'm gonna move quickly throughout the video, but if at any point you need to pause, you can read the text on screen just to have a little bit more context of what I'm talking about. And last thing I'll mention really quick is in the description below are paid affiliate links for these cameras, but they're interesting links. They're called choice pages, and that's important for you because if you click on those links, what it's going to do is it's going to show you these cameras and the best possible price if you're looking at different retailers beyond Amazon. And I appreciate you using my link as it helps to support my YouTube channel. So let's start with the technical specifications. For image stabilization, the T7 does not have this feature, while the T7i offers digital 5-axis stabilization, but it's for video only. The sensor resolution varies, as the T7 has an actual resolution of 24.7 megapixels and effective resolution of 24.1 megapixels, whereas the T7i has an actual resolution of 25.8 megapixels with an effective resolution of 24.2 megapixels. For the lens mount, the T7 has a Canon EF, where the T7i has a Canon EF-S. Now let's talk about exposure control and how it varies between both cameras. Interval recording is not specified in the T7, where it is available on the T7i. Continuous shooting varies a little bit, so I'll put a lot of that info on the screen for you right now to take a look at. And again, if you need to pause at any time, it may be helpful to learn more. And I also have additional context in the description below. Metering method varies in that the T7 has center weighted average, evaluative, and partial, but the T7i also adds spot metering in as well. ISO sensitivity is improved because the T7 has auto 100 to 6400, which is extended from 100 to 12,800, whereas the T7i has auto 100 all the way up to 25,600, which extends from 100 to 51,200. The T7i has a clear leg up when it comes to recording video, so let's take a look at how the two cameras differ when it comes to recording video. For file formats, the T7 is linear PCM, where the T7i is AAC. When recording audio, both the T7 and T7i have a stereo built-in microphone, but the T7i also has the ability for an external mic input for better sound quality. ISO sensitivity is not specified in the T7 and is listed as auto or manual with the T7i from 100 to 12,800, which can extend to 25,600. Now let's take a moment to see how the focus capabilities differ on these two cameras. The T7 and T7i both offer manual focus and single servo autofocus, but the T7i also offers a continuous servo autofocus. As far as autofocus points, the T7 uses phase detection with 9 points of auto detection, whereas the T7i offers 45 points of phase detection. Now let's take a look through the camera's viewfinder and see how these two cameras differ there. The viewfinder eye point on the T7 is 21 millimeters, where it's slightly smaller at 19 millimeters on the T7i. The viewfinder magnification is slightly smaller on the T7 at approximately 0.8x, and it is at about 0.82x on the T7i, so pretty close. The diopter adjustment on the T7 is negative 2.5 to positive 0.5, and this range is increased on the T7i from negative 3 all the way up to positive 1. Now let's take a moment to talk about the monitors on these cameras, sometimes referred to as the LCD screen. The resolution is lower on the T7, coming in at 920,000 dots, where the T7i has 1,040,000 dots. The T7 also has a fixed LCD screen, where the T7i has an articulating LCD screen, which is nice for video work or capturing photos at unusual angles. As far as the flash features, they are identical on both cameras, so we're going to go ahead and skip that section. Both cameras accept the same memory cards with single slot SD, SDHC, and SDXC. The T7 offers Wi-Fi connectivity, where the T7i offers Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connection. Now, the extra features of the T7i does create a little bit more size and weight to the camera. So the T7 is 1.05 pounds or 475 grams. And the T7i is slightly heavier at 1.17 pounds or 532 grams. And then as far as the size or dimensions, the T7i is slightly larger, and I'll place those specifications on the screen right now. Now, if you're buying both of these as a kit, the lens does vary a little bit from the T7 to the T7i. So let's discuss specifically the lens in the basic 18 to 55 millimeter kits that are available. Surprisingly, the less expensive T7 has a wider maximum aperture range of 3.5 to 5.6, where the T7i ranges from 4 to 5.6. The T7 has a minimum aperture range of 22 to 38, where the T7i ranges from 22 to 32. Also surprising is the maximum magnification of the T7 kit lens is 0.34x, where the T7i is 0.25x. As far as optical design, the T7 has 11 elements in 9 groups, and the T7i has 12 elements in 10 groups. For diagram blades, the T7 has 6 rounded and the T7i has 7 rounded. The T7 18 to 55 millimeter lens kit is slightly larger at 2.7 by 2.8 inches, where the T7i lens kit is 2.6 by 2.4 inches. If you're interested in seeing how all the specs compare, I will have a link in the video description below for you to do that. But like I said, these are all the ones that are different when you're comparing the two cameras. Basically what you're looking at is slightly better photo quality. If you're looking to do video, I'm a fan of the T7i simply because you can plug in an external mic. The mics that come on these cheaper DSLR cameras are not the greatest. So having something like this, an external mic that you can plug in, is a great feature to have. Now, if you are interested in a tutorial of the Canon T7 or T7i, this video on the screen is very helpful. And like I mentioned, be sure to check out the link in the description below so you can get the best possible price as well. All right, guys, thank you for using my link and supporting my YouTube channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.